Hey, did a double cutter here with another deck profile. This time I'm going to be redoing my eradicators because I think the last video I did with this deck was different to this build as it is now. So let's begin. First is Strike Dagger. No, Eradicator Strike Dagger Dragon. His skill is if he's a rear guard with Haitian as a rear guard as well, and Sutan's Vanguard, put Haitian and Strike Dagger into Zal. Search the deck for a Descendant and Superior Rider. Onto triggers. I run 8 crits. So the first crits I have are Eradicator, Sacred Spear, Eradicator Pollux, I think it's pronounced Pollux, but don't contradict my pronunciations of some cards because it's something like quite tricky to say. Next, crit trigger are 4. I use 4 Pollux. Eradicator Yellow Gem Carbuncle. They're the triggers. Next trigger I use are stand triggers. Eradicated by a Wyvern. I think they work in this deck because you get a few extra attacks, and they're 10k card, and I think they're better than Dwarves in this deck, in my opinion. For my build, I think stands better. Next is heal triggers are the Worm, Toxin, Eradicator, Tierbo, I think it's pronounced. Onto grade ones. 4. Sword Dance Eradicator Haitian. His skill is he's Soul Blast 1, he becomes 11k boost. If you're boosting Descendant, that is. He's one of the 3 cards that you need to have on field for using get superior Descendant. Next is, but you had to be a rear guard, not a vanguard, is 4 Eradicator Raven Gold. It's the perfect card for the Eradicators. It's another version of normal gold, the Raven Gold. Next is Ceremonial Bonfire Eradicator Caster. I use 2 because it's not really that worth it. Excuse me. Next is Still Blooded Eradicator Shiruki. His skill is if you have sent a rear guard of your opponent to the drop zone, not in battle, out like a card effect, it gains +3. So it would be a 10k booster or a 10k attacker. Onto grade 2s. 4 Supreme Army Eradicator Sultan. This has to be a vanguard for the superior ride, but his own skill is when this unit attack hits vanguard, if you have a vanguard with Eradicator in its name, choose a card from your damage zone, turn it face up, and soul charge one. It's good for if you're using hashing skill. 2. Eradicate Fiendish Sword Eradicator Chayu. His skill is if it's get called to vanguard or rear guard, soul charge 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guard, and retire it. So I've got a message. 3 Eradicator Sparkling Dragon. It gains 3000 if you have a Eradicator as a vanguard. Luckily, all my decks are Eradicators. This is another card like Shiruki, but it's double gun Eradicator Hakusho. Against 3000 becomes a 12k attacker. 1 second, got a message. eradicated dragonic descendant. If the limit break is, if it didn't hit, can't blast 1, discard 3 eradicated from hand and stand attack it. Stand and he can attack again. Second skill is can't blast in 2, but he gets an extra crit, no boost. If you can't blast 2 with eradicators in their name, it gains plus 5,000 into its attack, so it can become a 16. And it doesn't say once per turn, because you can do it more than once in a turn, because you can make it up to 21k. Then it's 2 sweep commands. Oh, yeah, sweep command. Limit break is can't blast 2, sword blast 2. At limit break, when this unit opponent, when an opponent's rear guard is put into the drop zone due to effect from one of your cards, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card. Choose a card. Choose one of your opponent's rear guard in the front row and retire it. And this unit gets 5,000 until the end of turn, so it becomes 16. The other skill is auto skill is choose one of your rear guards with eradicating its name and put it into soul. When this unit is placed on Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's rear guard and from in the front row and retire it. In other words, it's a grade for child kind of a thing. Then it's 2 eradicate Gauntlet Buster Dragon. Limit break is your opponent's rear guard is put in when your opponent's rear guard is put into the drop zone due to an effect from one of your cards. This unit gains plus 3,000 and 1 crit until the end of turn. Its act skill is can't blast 2 with eradicators in its name. Your opponent chooses one of his or hers rear guards and retires it. So it basically can get skill even if you can't do a break ride. This has been Double Critter with my eradicated deck. And I'm signing off.